When I see other people, I see them as trees in the forest. You go into the woods and you see gnarled trees and live oaks and pines and hemlocks and elms and things like that.
You see all these different trees, and some of them are bent and some of them are straight. And you look at the tree and you just allow it. You appreciate it. You see why it is the way it is. You sort of understand that it didn't get enough light and so it turned that way. And you don't get all emotional about it. You just allow it. You appreciate the tree.
And you're not inclined to say, I don't like you because you're a pine. You don't say, that pine would be better for an elm. You appreciate trees the way they are. The minute you get near humans, especially yourself, you notice how quick it changes.
You lose all that. And you're constantly saying, you're to this, or I'm to this.
It'd be much better if I were more like Gandhi. Notice that appreciation gives way to the judging. It's a way in which you don't allow humans to just manifest the way they are. You take it personally. You keep taking other people personally. Instead of, look at that, an absolute essence slimy liar. All they are mechanical runoffs of old karma. I mean, they look real and they think they're real, but really what they are is mechanical runoff. So they say, "Rrr," see, and you karmically go, "Rrr." And then one of you says, we've got to work this out. And the other says, yes, we must. And then you start to work it out. It's all mechanical. It's all conditioned stuff.
And so I practice turning people into trees, which means appreciating them just the way they are.
If I'm angry with you because your behavior doesn't fill my model of how you should be, that's my problem for having models. No expectations, no upset. You're a liar and a cheat, that's your karma. If I'm cheated, that's my work on myself. My attempting to change you, that's a whole other ballgame. What I'm saying is I will only be happy if you are different than you are. You're asking for it, really asking for it. Think of how many relationships you say, I really don't like that person's this. If they would only be this, I can be happy. Isn't that weird? Why can't I be happy with them the way they are? You're a liar, a cheat, and a scoundrel, and I love you. I won't play games with you, but I love you. It's interesting to move to the level where you can appreciate, love, and allow in the same way you would in the woods, instead of constantly bringing in that judging component. Judging comes out of your own fear, which is rooted out of your own feelings of lack of power. Now, I fall trapped to it all the time, but every time I do, I catch myself. So that if somebody comes along and gets to me, they get me angry or uptight, or they awaken some desire in me. Wow, am I delighted? They got me. And that's my work on myself.
If certain acts have in them the implicit recognition of treating other people as object, when you steal from somebody else, when you harm somebody else, you're harming yourself.
The yogi says very simply, your first job is to work on yourself. And the greatest thing you do for another human being first is to get your own house in order. I can't offer somebody calmness until I'm calm. I can't offer somebody a way to keep until I am a peaceful being. I cannot offer somebody else the way to love until love is in my heart.
What I offer that person is my consciousness is present. Are you here? I'm here. And it's amazing. You work on yourself as an offering to others. You work on others as a way of working on yourself. Circle's complete. And everything is part of that circle. Everything is part of that circle. And you don't try, and you enjoy the process, because it may be an unending one. There's no, well, I done that.
You become the environment in which the optimum growth is available to all the human beings who you come in contact with, because you're not laying trips on everybody around you all the time. Because you're not sitting around judging, you should be this way. If you were a good father, my child is going to be. I'm hoping my therapy patients will. I expected more from a therapist. I expect my husband to. See, the predicament is that everybody is doing just what they can do. You begin to see the perfection on it, and you give each incarnation space to manifest as it needs to manifest. 5 years ago, I was busy trying to change my father, and now I have grown enough so I can leave him alone. I can just love him as he is.
And this is an exercise. This is the stuff I do all day.
Every one of us is the divine being.
It has been very confusing to start to see the beloved in other people because you don't know what to do about it. You walk down the street and you look at somebody and they are so beautiful. It is so sweet to be in the world when you have stopped being afraid of all the faces of your beloved. When you can look at the horrible ones or the ones that would usually close your heart and still keep your heart open.